the subtle invitation to quantum awakening. And there is a fleeting moment, almost imperceptible, when everything begins to shift. A new thought, a softer vibration, a subtle pull of the soul towards something deeper. That moment is not loud or grandiose. It is a silent portal of transformation. It doesn't arrive with fireworks or certainties, but with a quiet inner calling. A calling not to dominate the world, but to finally understand yourself. And it is exactly there, in that gentle turning point, that metaphysics meets quantum physics, in the hidden force of intention. You are truly just one step away, a delicate step between who you believe you are and who you truly are. Quantum physics has already revealed that reality takes shape through observation, and metaphysics teaches us that the observer is not merely the body, but pure consciousness. When these truths unite, what emerges is not just a new way of seeing life, but life itself reshaped through the act of perceiving. And before we go any further, let me offer you something simple, yet profound. If this content resonates with your inner journey, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Not for vanity, but for expansion. When you support this content, you are amplifying a vibration of reciprocity within your personal field. You are telling the universe, I am ready to evolve, and to help others evolve as well. That is what it means to collapse the wave function in favor of light, to become an active part of collective transformation. By subscribing, you become a living antenna of wisdom. Each new video that finds you is not random. It is a synchronicity, magnetized by your conscious choice to stay aligned with what elevates. Each click is a vibrational act. It opens space for others to receive exactly what their soul needs. In helping, you are helped. In growing, you create space for others to grow with you. Because everything is energetic exchange. Every action you take carries an unseen vibrational field that echoes far beyond the moment. Like, subscribe, and share, and feel it. That seemingly small gesture holds a quantum code of expansion. If something within you feels the call, answer with presence. That is how true metamorphosis begins, with a choice that may seem simple, but is, in truth, cosmic. Reality as a reflection of consciousness. Quantum physics has taught us something truly groundbreaking, a truth that turns everything we know inside out. The observer influences the phenomenon. This means that the very act of looking alters what is seen. When an electron is observed, it behaves differently. This isn't just science, it is cosmic poetry. Because when we realize that what we see depends on who is seeing, we awaken to the fact that the outer world is, in essence, a mirror of our inner state of being. Imagine life as a quantum mirror, one that doesn't return what you wish for, but what you energetically resonate with. This is not about superficial positive thinking, but about deep vibrational coherence. If fear is your dominant frequency, you'll encounter reflections that affirm it. If you cultivate gratitude, the mirror returns abundance. Reality echoes the frequency you emit, honoring the original source, which is you. Metaphysics takes this even further. It reminds us of an ancient truth: all is mind. The universe is mental, said Hermes Trismegistus. When you shift the quality of your thoughts, you're not merely altering perception, you're modifying the very fabric of experience. Because thoughts aren't wisps of nothingness. They are subtle matter. They shape, direct, attract, and repel. To think is to generate reality. Oh, we are quantum painters of an invisible canvas. And each thought we hold is a brushstroke, a color, a movement, a gesture that brings form to the formless. When we become aware of this, we stop being victims of our circumstances and start becoming conscious artists of our environment. Pain stops being a punishment and becomes a messenger. Chaos is no longer the end, but the raw ingredient of new form. Reality is not our enemy, it is our teacher. What if everything you see around you were simply the densest expression of what you've yet to acknowledge within? What if the people you meet, the cycles that repeat, the conflicts that arise, are merely symbolic projections of a consciousness seeking reintegration? Quantum physics points to interdependence. Metaphysics reveals hidden meaning. Together they illuminate the sacred path of self-responsibility. You are not living a fixed, predetermined reality. You are constantly navigating a sea of probabilities, each one sensitive to your current vibrational state. At every moment, you collapse a new potential into form. This is not just theory, it is living practice. And more than that, it is freedom. Because if reality emerges from within you, it can also be reborn at any moment through you. Consciousness as the creative source. If the universe responds to the observer, then it is not only poetic, it is accurate to say, consciousness creates. But what is this consciousness truly? It is not merely a thought process. It is a field of living presence that perceives, witnesses, feels, and silently knows. Quantum physics shows us that a field of infinite potential exists, yet those potentials only become real when observed. And metaphysics adds a deeper layer. It is the level of consciousness that decides which of those potentials is allowed to manifest. And the reality you see with your eyes is nothing more than the visible echo of a vibration you've already emitted. You create not just with your words, but with your beliefs, your feelings, and your silent agreements with truth. Even without knowing, you are constantly transmitting frequencies to the universe. And the universe listens without judgment. It does not give you what you deserve. It mirrors what you energetically sustain. This is the law of vibrational justice. Precise, unshakable, and exact. Consciousness creates because it is the origin point of all things. Before any form was shaped, there was awareness. Before any spoken word, there was intention. Before matter existed, there was vibration. And if everything begins within consciousness, then true power is not external, it is internal. The more intimately you know yourself, the greater your ability to shape the world around you. Not through reaction, but through creation. Of this act of creating is not magical in the way illusions are. It is magical in the way the soul works, subtle yet powerful, quiet yet immeasurable. It is the sacred capacity to align your internal vibration with an elevated intention, and witness how reality begins to rearrange itself in response. Pathways open, not through force, but through resonance. The outer world begins to shift when the inner world becomes still, clear, and aligned with the essential. Metaphysics teaches us that everything you seek is already within you, though in a subtle, vibrational form. Quantum physics proposes that this subtle form can collapse into material reality when it is observed with faith, clarity, and emotional frequency. So when you hold a steady vision in your consciousness, unwavering and full of heart, you're not daydreaming, you're planting, and the universe, as always, works with you in the silence. You are the point of origin of your reality, not a fixed point, but a living, breathing, moving center. With each moment of inner awakening, a new universe reveals itself. And this universe is not somewhere far away, waiting to be reached. It begins right here, right now, with a higher level of awareness, with a deeper way of seeing, with the choice to create from presence instead of lack. The quantum field and the invisible codes of life. Far beyond the solid appearance of physical matter, there exists a deeper dimension, a space that is not visible to the naked eye. Quantum physics calls this the unified field, or simply, the quantum field. It is within this invisible domain that all possible realities exist simultaneously before any of them manifest into form. Metaphysics expands this vision further by suggesting that the field is not merely random energy, but infused with intelligence, a subtle, symbolic intelligence that doesn't respond to logic, but to the vibration of the soul. Every thought you nurture, every emotion you sustain, sends a silent message into this field. And the field answers, not with words, but with movements in reality. Events, encounters, symbols, repetitions. Life speaks in codes. When a certain experience keeps repeating in your life, it is not coincidence. It is energetic communication. A reflection whispering back to you, this is still your frequency. Everything you have lived through so far hasn't come to punish you or to test your worth. It has arrived as a mirror to show you how your vibration is interacting with the quantum field. Have you taken a moment to notice the patterns that repeat in your story? The emotional loops that never quite resolve? The challenges that keep reappearing in new forms? This is not misfortune. It is a message, a sacred puzzle waiting for your consciousness to decode it. Quantum science affirms, the field is not empty. It pulses with energy, it vibrates, and it engages with you in real time. And metaphysics softly adds, it listens with precision to everything your frequency emits. If you are resonating with abandonment, the field will echo back experiences of separation. If you resonate with belonging, it will reorganize reality to reflect inclusion. The field doesn't react to the words you say. It responds to the essence you carry. This is why changing your story isn't about changing the narrative alone. It's about transforming the code. And that code can only shift with presence, with awareness, and with inner practice. When you raise your internal vibration, the field reconfigures itself accordingly. Signs become subtler. Experiences become more harmonious. Life begins to express itself in symbols that reflect your new frequency. Because now, it recognizes you as a new signal, a new transmitter. True transformation is not loud. It is attunement. And to attune with the field is to consciously choose which version of reality you wish to reinforce. The universe doesn't impose, it reflects. It does not force, it responds. It doesn't punish, it mirrors. The quantum field is available to you right now, alive and listening, ready to shape itself around the vibration you decide to emit, starting today. Emotions and frequency, the silent language of creation. Emotions are far more than fleeting reactions. They are vibrational fields, energetic currents that have the power to shape the architecture of your reality. Quantum physics has already revealed that everything in the universe vibrates at specific frequencies, and metaphysics takes this truth further. What vibrates with intensity begins to form patterns, structures, destinies. When you feel something deeply, you're signaling to the quantum field, "This is real to me." And the field, ever responsive, listens and shapes itself accordingly. Joy, fear, gratitude, guilt, love, shame. Each emotion carries its own unique frequency. The higher ones, like compassion, appreciation, and serenity, bring harmony to the field around you. Lower ones, like resentment, bitterness, or envy, distort the frequency, creating static and resistance. That's why true creation doesn't begin in the mind. It begins in the heart, in the quality of feeling you allow to circulate and amplify within you. Emotion is the sacred bridge between the mind and the body, between the visible and the invisible realms. When you feel something fully, without avoidance or suppression, you anchor that vibration into your energetic field. It's like imprinting a living intention onto the universe. Warm, direct, undeniable. Thoughts without emotion are weak. Emotions without awareness are chaotic. But when both come together, authentic manifestation begins to take shape. Many people try to change their lives simply by thinking differently, yet they forget to shift how they truly feel. And the quantum field responds not to empty affirmations, but to vibrational coherence. If you say, "I trust," yet you vibrate anxiety, the field hears only the tension. The universe doesn't listen to your surface-level declarations. It listens to your truth. And that truth speaks in frequencies, far beyond the reach of logic. Metaphysics gently invites us to witness our emotions with presence, not to deny them or push them away, but to embrace them as messengers. Every emotion is a form of energetic communication. When you experience a feeling repeatedly, it's not just random. It's a soul-level invitation to look deeper. Healing doesn't come from escaping feeling. It comes from feeling consciously and liberating the frequency that has been trapped or distorted. You are not condemned to forever feel what you feel today. Emotions are streams of energy, and they can be redirected gently, wisely, consistently. When you make that shift, your entire field responds, and with it, your outer reality begins to shift as well. The world doesn't change because you demand it to. It changes because your vibration evolves. The secret was never outside of you. It always lived in the quality of your inner frequency. Quantum time and nonlinear manifestation. In classical physics, time is taught as a straight line, a continuous thread flowing from past to future like beads on a string. But quantum physics breaks that structure. Time is no longer rigid or absolute. It bends, it curves, it dissolves into probabilities. The present is not simply a brief moment between two ends. It is an entire field of power, where all potentialities exist at once. Metaphysics calls this sacred dimension the eternal now. When you enter a higher state of consciousness, time begins to respond in unexpected ways. Moments stretch, instincts sharpen, synchronicities increase. This occurs because time, at its core, is not mechanical. It is responsive to the vibration of conscious awareness. In deeper states of being, time does not merely pass. It pulses. It opens or contracts based on the vibrational resonance of the field you are inhabiting. But this is why manifestation rarely follows a neat, linear timeline. You might wish for something today and only see it bloom years later. Or you might align so fully with its frequency that it manifests almost instantly. It's not about control or effort. It's about vibration and readiness. Time is not a fixed conveyor belt. It is fluid, and manifestation is a dance between crystal clear intention and surrendered trust. Many people give up just moments before their dreams could take form, simply because they expected instant answers. But the quantum field does not operate on urgency. It operates on precision. When you plant a sincere intention, it already exists in the subtle field. Even if you can't yet see it with your eyes, it's growing, weaving itself together in layers beyond the visible. What appears to be delay is only the interval of vibrational ripening. Metaphysics teaches everything already exists, somewhere within the infinite web of being. Your wiser self, your most whole, most radiant self, already exists as a living frequency. What you lack is not time, but alignment. And each moment you live with presence, faith, and inner listening is a step toward collapsing that potential into physical experience. You are not creating something from nothing. You are drawing into visibility what already is. Time is not what stands between you and what you desire. Time is the sacred intelligence arranging everything so that you are truly ready to receive it. And when you realize this, anxiety begins to dissolve, and trust takes its place. You no longer chase the outcome, you receive it. Because you understand, when respected, time becomes a quiet ally of manifestation. Quantum intention, the heart as the access key. Beyond all rational thought, beyond mental analysis and logic, there exists a deeper form of intelligence, silent, powerful, and vibrational. It is the wisdom of the heart. Modern science has already shown that the heart's electromagnetic field is dozens of times stronger than that of the brain. But metaphysics goes even further. The heart is the portal to inner truth, the sacred convergence point between the human and the divine, between emotion and knowing. When you create from the mind alone, you construct concepts and ideas. But when you create from the heart, you generate reality. Quantum physics shows us that intention guides observation, and observation collapses the wave of potential into form. But true intention isn't born from wishful thinking or anxious hope. It emerges from a coherent alignment between thought, emotion, and presence. And this coherence is only fully known by the heart. Quantum intention is not simply about wanting something. It is about vibrating as if it were already part of your being. Not through pretending, but through a deep act of radical trust. You don't wish in order to receive. You vibrate as one who already embodies it. And when you do, your field synchronizes with realities vibrating at the same frequency. A conscious heart becomes a multidimensional key, one that gently opens unseen doors. But take care. Intention is not about control. It is not about forcing reality into your plan. Intention is clear offering. It is aligning with an inner truth and releasing attachment to the how and the when. The heart does not impose. It invites. It does not demand. It trusts. And it is this trust that allows the quantum field to reorganize reality around you with an elegance and precision far beyond the mind's capacity to calculate. If your intention is rooted in fear, it restricts. If it is rooted in scarcity, it contracts. But if it arises from love, it expands. The field responds not to the surface of your request, but to the emotional root beneath it. That is why, before you ask for anything, pause and reflect. Why do I want this? And if that desire is pure, if it springs from a heart longing to expand, to heal, to grow, then the universe will listen, and it will respond. You already carry everything you need to transform your life, and the first key, the most sacred one, resides at the very center of your chest, the heart that pulses in harmony with your soul. When intention rises from there, even the impossible becomes approachable. Because the heart doesn't just feel, it knows. And whatever the heart knows in love, the quantum field reshapes into reality. The creative void, silence, alignment, and receptivity. There is a space that exists between the desire and its full manifestation. That space is what we call the creative void. It is a place where there are no words, no clear certainties, and no sense of control, only presence. In quantum physics, this is the field of superposition, where all potentials exist simultaneously. But none are yet defined. Metaphysics speaks of it as a sacred interval, the silent pause in which the invisible begins to take shape and breathe. The void is not emptiness in the negative sense. It is latent power. It is the dark, fertile soil where the seed rests quietly before it breaks open to reach the light. Many fear this space because it offers no guarantees. But it is precisely here, in this stillness, that the true magic of creation begins. Manifestation doesn't grow from anxiety. It grows from trust. The more you try to force it, the more you unknowingly delay it. The quantum field responds not to tension, but to surrendered presence. But this silence is not stagnation. It is an active form of inner listening. It is the sacred moment in which you stop searching for signs out there and begin to hear them within. It is the space where the ego becomes quiet and the voice of the soul rises. It is where urgency dissolves and frequency elevates without effort. In the void, creation is not mental. It is vibrational. It does not arise from doing. It flows from being. Learning how to dwell within the void is one of the most powerful lessons of the quantum path, because it's in this silent dimension that you realize you are not alone. The field is alive. Life is weaving itself in unseen threads, even when you can't detect its movement. And it's there, in that space without pressure or resistance, that you align with the organic rhythm of existence. Silence becomes a form of prayer. Waiting transforms into living faith. You do not need to fill every gap. You do not need to speed up time. You do not need to understand every step of the journey. There is a sacred kind of wisdom that only blooms when you let life breathe on its own. When you loosen your grip without giving up. When you trust without demanding. When you become attuned to the rhythm of all things and allow that rhythm to echo within you. But the creative void is the womb of the new, and you are a co-creator of what will be born from it. But you can only witness the new reality if you honor this space as an essential part of the process. Silence is not a break in the melody. It is the melody's breath. The pause is not the absence of the dance. It is what gives the dance its rhythm. And when you truly grasp this, something within you finally softens and opens. And it is in that sacred opening that creation begins. Synchronicity and expanded reality. The universe speaks to you. When you begin to align with your essence, not just in thoughts, but in presence and vibration, the universe starts to respond, not with spoken words or direct answers, but with signs, symbols, encounters, repetitions, and so-called coincidences that feel tailor-made for your inner path. Carl Jung called this phenomenon synchronicity. Metaphysics sees it as vibrational mirroring. Quantum physics describes it as the ordered collapse of interdependent events within the field. In truth, nothing is random when you are fully conscious. A number that keeps appearing, a phrase that arrives at the exact moment you needed it, an unexpected meeting that shifts your course. All of these are signals from the quantum field. Not signs to control or decode obsessively, but signs to observe, to feel. They are gentle reminders that you are in the flow, connected with a greater intelligence that speaks silently, yet clearly. These synchronicities do not arise to impress you. They arise to awaken you. They are markers of recognition between your soul and the cosmos. They whisper, "You are being seen." And when you begin to notice them with reverence, not urgency, something subtle begins to shift within. The racing thoughts soften. The heart opens. And your intuition becomes sharper, more stable, like an inner compass guiding from beneath the surface. Reality ceases to be merely physical and begins to speak a symbolic language. You start living not just in facts and outcomes, but in layers of meaning. What once seemed like chance now feels orchestrated. What once felt like chaos now reveals deep purpose. It's not that the world has suddenly changed. It's that your perception has expanded. Your lens has widened. And the invisible has now become part of the visible. The quantum physics names this as non-locality, the phenomenon where particles remain connected across vast distances without direct interaction. Metaphysics tells us all things are interwoven beyond form, connected through intention and energy. When you are attuned, those connections reveal themselves. You become a bridge between worlds, not merely living in the universe, but dancing with it as a conscious co-creator. You don't need to chase signs or force meaning into every detail. You only need to be present. Signs come when your vibration is in harmony with your truth. And when they come, receive them with gratitude. They are not promises. They are confirmations, subtle markers on your path, gently affirming, yes, keep going. You are exactly where you are meant to be. Closing. The quantum choice to live awake. As we near the end of this journey, perhaps something within you has shifted, perhaps silently, without explanation. There may not be a clear answer or a defined path laid out before you, but there is a different kind of stillness now, a gentle inner echo that whispers, there is more. And that more is not waiting in the future, nor is it hiding outside of you. It lives right here, in the sacred meeting point where science touches soul, the present moment, vibrating with awakened consciousness. Quantum physics has shown us that we are not passive observers of life. We are active participants in the unfolding of reality. Metaphysics reminds us that the outer world is a mirror of the inner world. When you embody this understanding, life takes on a sacred quality. Each gesture, each thought, each emotion becomes a brushstroke in the creation of your reality. You no longer walk through life by chance. You walk with purpose and clarity. Or to awaken is not to achieve some distant perfection. It is to choose again and again to live with presence. It is not about having control over everything. It is about opening to the flow with wisdom. It is remembering again and again that the universe is not working against you. It is simply waiting for your yes, waiting for you to reclaim your place as the origin of your experience, with love, with responsibility, and with truth. You are just one step away, not from gaining something, but from remembering who you already are. Nothing shared here is new. It is timeless. It echoes through ancient spiritual traditions, through the equations of modern science, and through the quiet stirrings of the soul. It has always been inside you. All it asks now is to be heard, and once heard, to be chosen. For each conscious choice you make doesn't just alter your life, it subtly transforms the lives of those around you. Transformation begins with the smallest of actions, breathing with more presence, offering gratitude before sleep, speaking from the heart, noticing synchronicities, sitting in stillness, honoring your emotions. None of these acts require heroism, and yet each of them carries quantum power, the power to shift your vibration, and with it, the entire trajectory of your life. If this content resonated with your inner path, share it. Let this message travel to other hearts. Like it, subscribe, and help others discover this field of awakening. Every act you take is vibration. And when your vibration is rooted in truth, the universe amplifies it. You are a bridge, a voice, a living light in motion. And with every step you take in conscious awareness, life transforms with you. And so, See you in the next video with more information on everything that involves growing, evolving, transforming, and manifesting. See you soon.